Hello, my loves. Welcome to Lifestyle Manifesting. I'm Shannon, and I am your favorite manifestation coach because you have success. I want to remind you that you are the operant power and you are greater than the circumstance. So I wanted to read this really powerful success story that Neville had in one of his lectures. And this is a success story that a woman that came to his lectures, she helped her neighbor manifest marriage. And it happened in like 4 weeks from when they started affirming it to when she met. So let me read this Neville Goddard story and give you the inspiration, because if you're desiring marriage or you're desiring a relationship, whatever you're desiring, just go to the end. Go in your imagination, live from the wish fulfilled. Live as if, in your mind, as if you already have it. This is Neville Goddard, and he is telling the case history. Now, by telling a case history, I have just received this. And what she told me, she had a neighbor, a woman who had been divorced for 19 years and who was up in her ears in debt. She worked hard, but she could not get beyond the day. Today's existence. She could not afford a vacation, though she had one due. And in 4 weeks, college was starting. And her son wanted to go to college, and there was no means which to send him. She had prayed over her problem, but she had gotten nowhere. And then she asked this lady who wrote the letter to pray for her. So this lady explained to her this teaching that I am giving you here. And then she did what follows for her neighbor. She asked her first, what do you really want? Well, this woman had been divorced for 19 years. She had lost faith in men, but she still said that above all else, she would love to be happily married and out of debt. Every night for a month, this lady from the class went to her neighbor's house and talked with her and made her think of the qualities she most wanted in a husband: gentleness, kindness, tolerance, attentiveness, honesty, etc. All the qualities of a man. And she felt that. She would name those qualities over and over and over. And then the lady asked her, can you feel the embrace of such a man? And the other lady said, yes, I think I can. And then she did something else. She went through the marriage ceremony with her neighbor, the part of putting on the ring and hearing the words, pronouncing the couple, man and wife. She left her neighbor with the suggestion that she sleep in this state and promised her that she would do the same. That is, sleep in the state herself of having just seen her neighbor married. They did this for 4 weeks. And then a man came into her office, the office of the neighbor. And in talking, this man asked her where she was going for her vacation. She was ashamed to confess that she was not going anywhere. She said she thought maybe she might go to the high Sierras. And the man said, then you must be my guest, for I own a hotel up there. And he booked rooms for her, well, for the 3 of them, for him, the woman and her son, and the lady who was the next door neighbor, who was very kind and helpful. He told the woman that he had lost his wife a few months ago, but he also told her he would never marry again. The woman had grown fond of him and was distressed by this, and told the lady who had helped her, what will I do? Now he's never going to remarry. He said so. The lady said, you are happily married. So we are not going to discuss this. You slept every night in the feeling of having a wonderful husband, a man who has the quality you desire. So how can we discuss this matter? You are married, and that was over 2 years ago. She has been married to this man for 2 years. Yes, he changed his mind about marrying again, and he is sending this woman's son through college. She said recently to the lady who had helped her with the teaching, "You have no idea how kind and good he is, how wonderful he is." And the woman said, "I do know, because I set these qualities up with you and I helped you think about this." Okay, so that was a success story, a Neville Goddard success story. That was really a really powerful story, because in 4 weeks of sleeping in the wish fulfilled, she didn't have to do anything. She was just at work, and the man shows up at her office, casually having a conversation about vacation. She says where she might be going, and he says he owns the hotel up there. And then it's like happily ever after. In addition, he told her he would never get married again. But she didn't take no. Well, she was going to take no for an answer. She was going to take that as no. But her neighbor, the one who was going to Neville's lectures, said, "You already imagined it. You're already married. You're not going to have that conversation." Okay, it's done. You imagined it. It's done. Stop digging up your seed. Stop worry, doubt, fear. That just brings you into a reality of the state of being of having worry, doubt, and fear. And your world must reflect that. You have to stay in the end. It's already done. You already imagined it. I was just wanting to read an inspiring story for all of you, one of his inspiring stories about a specific person, because sometimes Neville will say, don't focus on that one specific person. But the truth is you can. It's your reality. You can shift into any reality. Okay, self-love Bay. Let me go ahead and answer your questions. Yes, you said, how do I get into the 5D and stay there? 5D is your imagination, right? That imaginal scene. It's the reality, the desired reality, okay? So your desired reality, and stay there by knowing that your imagination creates. That's how you stay there. You have to remind yourself, reinforcement. Reinforce to yourself, I'm the operant power. Reinforce to yourself that you're the creator. Keep reinforcing that. Keep painting the picture. Even you could stay there just by saying, like, what if I get married this year? What if I get engaged and married all in this year? What if I have an extra $10,000 tomorrow? What if? Because that creates a vision. And what visions are you creating? Because the visions you create will create your experiences. How do you stay there? By reminding yourself. You're just going to have a disciplined mind. I'm someone who has a disciplined mind. Just claim that. I have a disciplined mind. Affirm it right now. Right here, right now. Affirm it, claim it. I have a disciplined mind. I know how to be focused. It's easy for me to focus on the dream desire that's already mine. It's easy to live a good life. Like, speak it into existence. Speak the version of you into existence. Like, paint that picture. What is that version of you? That version of you is like disciplined. It's like, boom. You want that? You got that. Want to manifest millions? Then it's done. It's done. You claim it. It's done. Okay, because you said, why does SP tell lies? What is it reflecting in me? Otherwise, he repeats my affirmations. Okay, right? I know. Sometimes I know you're trying to figure it out. But you see that SP is repeating your affirmations. So you know that within you, you feel the truth that it's a reflection of you. They're lying because maybe just because you keep noticing it and talking about it, and then you're trying to figure out why. It's the story you're telling. SP tells a lie. As a conscious creator, you could decide that they only tell the truth. You could affirm in the present moment, they only tell the truth. They're completely honest. There is a version of your specific person that tells lies, but there's also a version of your specific person that is completely honest and doesn't lie. Do you understand there are infinite versions of this person? So you could either, with the you don't want to have someone that lies in your life. So drop that version of them. Let them go. You have to be willing to let that person go and now see only the version that tells you that's honest with you, that's truthful with you. Okay, but here's where we get a double-minded, if you're double-minded. Okay, a double-minded person is not getting their manifestation because they go back and forth. And then let's say you're affirming, oh, he's so honest and he's so truthful, but then he says something and you go, ooh, it's another lie. Well, that's double-minded because you're affirming one thing and then you're taking in the reflection. You're accepting that reflection. Okay, you can imagine SP told you something else. Why are they telling you lies? It's some story that you have. You have to tell a different story, but you be willing to let go of that version because you don't want to affirm and confirm someone in your reality that's telling lies. What's it reflecting in you in that I would have to have a conversation with you to understand that. But you could figure that out yourself. Just ask yourself, what is it reflecting in me? I intend to know this answer. Just sit and meditate on that. That's his character. Yeah, I mean, it's that, we believe that people are separate from us, right? There's this feeling and belief that people are separate, but your person's not separate. But as we think everyone's separate from us, everyone is a character. Someone can show up in our world and they look like a player. And we haven't really maybe thought about that, but then other people mention it. Just by the way someone looks, we have already given an idea, an assumption about them. Do you understand? So it doesn't always necessarily mean it's something about you. It's something that you've assumed. You could be assuming it's part of his character. It could be something that's a cycle in your relationships of not trusting someone, and you don't trust people, and now they're reflecting the fact that you don't trust. Maybe you had an experience in childhood where you couldn't trust people. So it's hard for you to trust someone, and because it's hard for you to trust someone, you're worried about that, and then your world is reflecting that you're worried about that and showing you what you're worried about. Your world shows you what you're worried about, shows you what you're afraid of. After my breakup, oh, you're saying SP. Okay. SP got engaged immediately and is now married. Okay. I thought that was a success story. Here's what's more important. Do you understand? It really doesn't matter which person it is to some degree. Because as you focus on that person outside of you to fulfill you, to validate you, to make you feel happy, to make you feel loved, to make you feel chosen, you're focusing out there, which means you're trying to get something you don't have. Instead of doing that, you create it from within. By the way, there are infinite realities. Anything's possible. You can have exactly what you want. People have been married for one day and then they decide it didn't work out. Okay, but I don't want you to focus so much on that person and that story. Here's what you should focus on, Monique. Focus on you. You bring your focus to you. You're amazing. Like, you build yourself up. You're the prize, or you're the ideal partner. You're the ideal girlfriend. You're a catch. You decide that you're chosen because you choose you, right? So you're going to grow your garden. You're going to grow the vision of your garden. You're going grow the way you see yourself. Grow that vision. Because as you do that, you'll just become a magnetic for everything, a magnetic field. You will be magnetic for everything, and things will just show up in your world. When you practice this regularly, you'll see it happen. It's just really beautiful. It's really cool. Celsia, you said you just watched the video. I said SP is coming back in 24 hours. You will share your success story. I love it. I love that you're declaring it here with brazen impudence. You're completely sure about this. This is your success story. I'm going to remember your beautiful face saying yes. Hey, Shannon, I manifested that you came on. Empress, hello, beautiful. Hi, aloha. I know my products will sell. I just know yesterday I sold 4 items. Amazing. That's amazing. Congratulations. So keep seeing the vision. Go to the end of what your sales are, and you persist in it. Persist in it. By the way, Neville Goddard recommends use revision. You could go to bed and revise. Revise the day the way you wanted it to go. Okay? So each day, like you could even bump that number up in your mind. Just bump it up and see what happens tomorrow. Okay, use revision. Yes, you do have a disciplined mind. Yes, I love it. All the disciplined minds here, you are disciplined, because a disciplined mind is what you need to be, to live in the end, right? Because you have to be disciplined. That means when someone is telling you something you don't want to hear, like that doesn't matter to you. You're getting what you want regardless. You're not influenced. You're not influenced by someone telling you, oh, that'll never work. Oh, they already married someone else. By the way, I mean, do you understand how malleable reality is? I do, because I see it every day. It's wild. It is a holographic image. It's a holographic image of your imagination. It is a waking dream. Okay, so you're someone with a disciplined mind and you get anything you want. Okay, love it. Yeah, and other people, JC also said, Monique, people get divorced all the time. So yeah, you got to stop focusing on the stories out there that you don't want to be a part of, because your reality is what you're aware of. Do you get that? Do you understand that? What you're aware of, what you're conscious of being, who you're conscious of being. Are you conscious of being someone who already has your desire, someone who already knows that your marriage, the ideal spouse, the ideal partner, or do you know that? And do you know that also in relation to to a relationship? Affirm the type of person you want and need and write it out. Yes. And actually, that's a really powerful exercise. I do that exercise with my group, my VIP mastermind, my monthly subscription group. I have a whole video series talking about getting clear about what you want and how do you see yourself in a relationship and what kind of person do you see showing up for you, right? Somebody who's loyal. And this is actually what Neville Goddard also did. I mean, he just told that success story that I was just reading, and those 2 women, the woman manifested marriage in 4 weeks, and then she's been married for 2 years, and they were telling the success story about how she manifested marriage. And that man also said he would never get married again, but she held loyal to the end, right? Already married. Your world will shape and form around you. So create the vision. Who is your ideal partner? Because that's going to help you live in the end of your own self-concept. Your partner is, I mean, okay, let's say, I'm just giving a picture because not everyone wants this. Okay, not everyone even wants monogamy. That's okay. Everything's okay, right? But someone who wants a committed relationship, wants their partner loyal, committed, honest, truthful, generous, maybe charismatic, maybe romantic. So whatever it is that you want, successful, loving and kind. You could put anything. You could write comes from a good family. Honestly, anything that you get clear on, it will manifest. Just make your list. Put your ideal list. You could even put on your ideal list their eye color, hair color, how tall they are, what their job is, what kind of car they drive. You could do do you understand the degree to which you can manifest your person? Even if it's already a specific person you have in mind, they can totally shift into this version. They could all of a sudden buy a new car. I'm telling you, I have tested it. I see the results from my clients, from all of you who are here. Just test it out. Okay, so let yourself go wild in your imagination. Go wild in your imagination, because you could create whatever you want. How do you create in from within? By imagining. You're already creating. Your imagination is your creative power. Your imagination is already creating your reality. And some people in psychology will say it's your subconscious mind. It's all kind of one and the same, right? How do you create from within? It means what you're imagining is what's happening. If you want someone to tell you that you are a goddess, here's how you create it from within. You just start saying in your mind, I am a goddess. I'm a goddess. You just start saying it to yourself. Wow, I'm such a goddess. And just keep saying that to yourself, because that will create without. You create within by what you're saying to yourself, and that will be reflected back to you. If you're saying, I am a goddess, 100%, I guarantee someone will tell you, you are a goddess. Okay, it could be in any form. It could be it could be a family saying, oh my God, you're such a goddess. It could be a stranger off the street saying, wow, you look like a goddess. Your hair looks like a goddess. It could be anything. Okay, you could get specific though. Just test it. I test it in a lot of different ways by saying affirmations and really paying attention to my world. Hi, Sarah. How do I decide that my SP is coming in 24 hours? Just decide it. It's already done. You just decide it. That we don't need to talk about it because you already decided it. It's already done. You decide it by keep saying to yourself, it's already done. I love that this is already done. It's already done. What does that look like? Bring yourself to that place. So here's what gets us out of this, the end state. The things that get you out of the end state, you start to think logically and you go, oh, but they're over there, or they live there, or I know that I'm blocked. I mean, those are stories that now you're no longer living in the end. You're robbing yourself. Actually, the lecture I read about Barabbas, because it's called The Story You Need to Know, Release Barabbas and Crucify Jesus. Release Barabbas means release that robber. You have to release the what's robbing you of your desire, and then you crucify. Well, you create the resurrection of your desire. This is all the way that the Bible has metaphysical or psychological teachings about how to create reality. Okay, so you have to release the old story, or release the robber. What's robbing you? The worry, the doubt, the fear, the logical thinking. Just go to the end. Just go to the dream. Just go to the vision, the dream, the vision, the end, the wish fulfilled, okay? Oh my God, it's already done. There's nothing more to talk about. Okay, so what's not getting you there? When you start thinking too much about how it's going to happen. Or you start looking at the clock and thinking, well, now it's been 3 hours and I still haven't heard, but now you're robbing yourself again. You rob yourself every time you tell a story that contradicts you having your desire. That's what you have to have the awareness of, right? So your own awareness of what your assumptions are and what you're doing. Okay, what you're doing, what you're thinking, what you're assuming, what your own opinion is. It's about being honest and truthful with yourself. Okay, when I say honest and truthful about what you're truly thinking and believing, that's more specific. More specifically, be honest with yourself about what you're really assuming and believing. Because even if you have this assumption like, I don't know if that'll ever happen, because that right there you could catch it and say, wait, that's not true. This is my desire. Hi, Shannon. What if my entire family doesn't like SP and they said they won't let us get married? Start saying they love SP. They love SP. SP is amazing. They are so excited for you. They believe in you. They know that you make the best decisions. They know that, like, you create a story around that. All you have to do is start telling the story you do want. And you let that story fill you up more than, and just, that's an old story. That new story has to fill you up more than you focusing on that old story. By the way, that's not the only one way. I mean, do you know people have family that doesn't support them, and they just say, okay, well then you don't support us. That's too bad. But you actually could create a reality where they do support you and they do love SP. I like to just claim it. I don't care what I see out there. I'm going to claim it. Okay, but some people want to say an intention like, but I intend my family sees the best in him. And maybe that might build you up, because you'll see, as you say, I intend they like him. I intend they see the best in him or her, right? I intend they see the best in my person. I intend they do support me. And then you will see a reflection when you start to say that. So that will help you boldly claim, because you could come to a point where you're boldly claiming it. Oh yeah, they love him. They love him or her, right? They love my person. They love that we're getting married. They totally are supportive of us. You have to persist in that. That's why you have to have a disciplined mind, because what you see in the 3D world, it's very real. It is real. It's the reality you're in, but reality is so malleable, you could shift to a new reality. Like, it could happen overnight. It could happen later today. You could get a call where they could call you today and say, you know, we were thinking about it and we trust your judgment and trust your opinion, and we want to back you up. So you know what to do. You're just going to keep telling that story until it becomes true. No facts are final. An assumption, even though it's false, if you persist in any assumption, it will harden into a fact. I encourage you to test that. Test it in other ways, not just this one way. Test it with people at work. Test it with strangers. Test it even if you go into the DMV or whatever, you go to the store and you go into a convenience store, you go to a gas station. Test it with people. Test it out in the world. Test how test it. What I mean is, assume something as you're walking into that place. Assume someone will say something to you. Make an assumption how you're treated. Make an assumption how you're seen, because you're going to prove to yourself that it's true. And you build this deeper belief, this deeper connection, the deeper connection to knowing that you're the creator. You're not just creating by yourself. There's infinite spirit, infinite intelligence is doing the how. You just have to choose your reality. Okay, alrighty, Aphrodite. What are some good affirmations to remove SP's stubbornness? Well, what's the opposite of stubborn? It doesn't have to be easygoing, but like someone who's open, someone who's a good listener, someone who's open and receptive to new ideas. Okay, so what you could do is go to Google or whatever, the dictionary, take stubborn and look at the antonyms, the opposite, and what words are there. And that's what you affirm. Affirm the vision of what you want, right? But you also have to recognize when you're thinking, oh, he's so stubborn, or you're talking to your friends, you're like, guess what again? He's so stubborn. Or she, right? They're so stubborn. Are you telling that story and then affirming that they're not? Okay, so like create that vision and affirm it. What I was going to say, what else I was going to say something, but what if you don't like the way you look? How is he going to? Right, baby cup. What are you talking about? You're a masterpiece. There is no one who looks like you. You're already perfect. I like to say that we are already perfect because I know we were already born perfect. Sometimes people say we're all imperfect, but I prefer to say we're perfect. Why can't I decide I'm already perfect? Okay. I mean, I know that we can decide that we're perfect, but always growing in different new ways at the same time. Perfection is a perception. All right, so here you're going to decide you're going to decide that you love the way you look. Here's one way you could do it. You're going to do mirror work. Okay, I'm going to give you several ways. In my playlist, self-concept, I am the prize. I am chosen. Hot girl walking meditation, that's a good one. Okay, because I also talk about feeling good in your body. Okay, you're going to say only nice things about yourself. You're going to say, I love the way I look. I am beautiful. I am amazing. And just keep repeating it. Go look in the mirror. So you have the meditation. That's one way, right? Do all of these things a little bit each day. You don't have to spend the whole day, but spend about a half hour. Go on a walk and listen to a meditation or whatever. Even if you're doing dishes, listen to the meditation while you're doing dishes or something as you fall asleep. The other thing, mirror work. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Just tell yourself the most beautiful things. Start looking at your physical features and saying how beautiful you are. Start pointing out your flaws and saying, like, accepting it. Like, there's nothing wrong if I don't have a chiseled jaw. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to mew. I mean, sure, some people want to do that. but I actually just accept and love the way I am. Okay, it's okay. I have wrinkles. That's okay. Okay, and here's a third thing that's really powerful. You know, when you have pictures on your phone, or friends posted pictures of you and you're like, why did they post that picture? I look so bad. I want you to decide that you look really good in that picture. You look beautiful. I want you to look at yourself and go, she's beautiful. You're beautiful. He's beautiful, right? I want you to look at old photos in your phone. The one where you thought, oh, how could they take that picture? Just any of them. I want you to look at that version of you who was, whatever, yesterday, the day before, the month before, last year, all those pictures. I want you to decide that you love the way you look. Okay. This is helping you love and accept yourself. Okay. So it's done. You're going to persist in that. And guess what? What is he going to do? He's going to reflect what you're doing. When you love the way you look, he's going to reflect that. Okay, so you understand you have to start with yourself first. Start with yourself first. Stop judging other people. Stop judging and comparing yourself to others. You have to, all that stuff too, right? You're only going to compare yourself to yourself. And you were already born a masterpiece. You were born valuable. You were born unique. There's no one like you. You're the one and only you. Remind yourself of that. You're beautiful. Okay, can we revise a messy separation? Husband can come back? Yeah, you can. Anything. You can revise anything. Here's what you think about revision in the same way as like whatever you're imagining now creates your future. In the present moment, we could be imagining. I mean, we're always imagining. We're always imagining something in the present moment. In the present moment, are you imagining the messy separation? It's never going to work, because that means you're taking all of those thoughts and imagining them right now. And then that creates the tomorrow. That creates your tomorrow. That creates what's happening for our future, whatever we're imagining now. So if you're imagining right now, you know what? We're back together. Already back together. I am amazing. He is in love with me. He loves and adores me. I am the most amazing wife. Like, those are the thoughts you would think, right? Those are the things you can say to yourself. What you're saying to yourself is creating your reality. So what you say to yourself in the present moment is the most important thing. That's creating your reality. What are you saying in the present moment? I don't think it's ever going to happen. He just said no. He said he would never talk to me again. Even if he just told you that right now, like a minute ago, you can make a new assumption. Yes, he will. I know but the thing is, you just persist. It sounds wild. Just persist. It's already done. You want to see the version of the two of you who are already together. You don't have to think about it all day long. It's like when you bring your focus to who you are, who are you being? Whoever you're being, it manifests out in your world. Are you being the version of you who's sad and lonely? It never works out for you. It will never happen. Is that who you're being? Are you being the person who I'm always broke. I can't go out again this weekend. Are you being that version of you? Or are you consciously choosing to be the version of you? I am wealthy. I have a lot of things. Like, you could already decide you're wealthy based on what you have in your home already. You open all those cabinets, all those dishes, your clothes in your closet. You have a lot. You are wealthy. You're just not seeing it. So if you're claiming your wealth, you will see that wealth shows. It's going to be a mirror in your world to show you that's true. Where your focus is what's growing in your world and expanding. Okay, so start saying, I am already loved. I am already my highest self. I am already amazing. I am already a treasure. I am already adored. Hi, Monica. Got my SP back twice, but I lost it again. How to maintain it? Monica, you're going to claim, I'm someone who knows how to maintain a relationship. I'm someone who's stable. The version of you think of this, the foundation that you want to have. The foundation of you, this is for everybody, right? Your foundation is you're a master at manifesting. You're a master at creating your reality. You're a master at having everything go your way. It's always going your way anyway, but do you know we think it doesn't go our way, and then the world will show us it doesn't go our way. It's going to go your way regardless. Hi, Monica. Thank you. Okay, so Monica, I'm someone, this is what you say to yourself, I know how to maintain this. I did it twice. I did it once. I did it twice. I could do it again. And now I know exactly what to do. Even when you don't know what to do, you're just going to say, I know exactly what to do, because the answers will just come to you. We don't even understand how that works, but it will. Just try it. Just try it. I know what to do. I'm maintaining this relationship. I know how to grow. Okay, you just start to paint that picture. I know I'm someone who knows how to grow a relationship. By the way, nobody really knows how to grow a relationship. It's just like we figure it out. So you could just say that. Like, I'm someone who knows how to figure it out. I'm someone who knows how to look at the best in my partner. Okay, because once we start looking at the worst in them, guess what's going to happen? More of the worst of them appears. And also the best in yourself, right? I know how to look at the best in myself. I know how to look at the best in my partner. I know how to maintain a relationship. I know how to keep a relationship. It doesn't matter if I do anything wrong. My person always wants to be right by my side. We're allowed to make mistakes. I'm allowed to make a mistake. I'm allowed to figure life out. Okay, I mean, without specifically talking to you, I'm only giving you general ideas of things that might resonate with you to speak into existence. And look at what a master manifester you are, Monica. Like, manifested that person twice. You did it, okay? It's not like you don't know you did that intentionally. You know you did that intentionally. You understand what you were doing. What you were doing was like what you were thinking about yourself, what you were saying about yourself, what you were saying about the story of your relationship. And that's how you did that, right? You know you did that. And if you could do that, you could do anything. For life, you said thank you. But what if SP did mess up bad and gave them a good reason to not like him? Can I change it? Yeah. You don't have to judge it. No one's allowed to make a mistake? See, I mean, my perception is we're allowed to make a mistake. People have messed up. I mean, people have messed up big and turned their life around. Forgive that old story. Let that story go. Okay? The only reason, you know what? Everyone in your world is only thinking what you're thinking. So you're reinforcing this story. SP gave them a good reason not to like him. That's the story you're telling. You can change it. You just have to have a new opinion. You have to tell a new story. The new story could be, you know what? SP messed up, but we all see the bigger picture, and we see the best in him, and we believe in him, and we see that, you know, he is an amazing person. I mean, that could be a story. I mean, the story could be like, so what, that happened? He's showing up. So your question was, can you change it? Yes, you can. Change it by telling the story, like, what do you want? And then you speak as if you already have it. What does that look like? Tell that story. And yes, his behavior. You could change the behavior. How do you want him to behave? How do you want him to treat you? How do you want your family to treat him? And how do you want him to treat your family? Now, script that all out and then read that every day over and over. Read it several times a day. So you're saturating your mind with that vision. And then after you read it, say, thank you, this is done. I love it. I love it. This is all done. Hi, Kim. You are luckier when you find me live. Yes, you are. But just claim you're lucky all the time. I'm always lucky. I am always lucky. I have the lucky girl syndrome or lucky guy syndrome, right? I am always lucky. Just claim it. I mean, of course, I like that you think that you're luckier when I'm live. That's nice. Okay, but you don't have to find me to be lucky. How can I manifest a new vehicle? Hi, Cookie. Thanks for also following. Okay, how can I manifest a new vehicle? Sorry, I was trying to pronounce your name, and then I didn't want to mess it up. So it's a pretty name. Okay, so how do you manifest a new vehicle? Imagine you already have it. It's like you close your eyes Feel the steering wheel. You know what? First, pull up a picture, right? Maybe you already know what it looks like, but you could go and pull up a picture of the interior and see that. You could even go to, if you want, go to the car dealership and go sit in the car that you want, because you will be feeling that. The living in the end is a feeling, it's a mood. Okay, but you could simply just lie down on your bed, close your eyes, imagine that you're holding the steering wheel. Imagine what that steering wheel looks like. What does it smell like? Does it smell like new leather? How does it feel to drive your new car? Just close your eyes for a few moments. Picture yourself in there, and you keep imagining that every night as you fall asleep, you're going to manifest it. Okay, so you create the vision and then it's done. Here I am now in the dark. It's still light. Actually, I have a really pretty sunset. The color of the skies. I've got like floor to ceiling windows, really big windows here, and I'm facing west, so I have a really pretty view of the sunset. Okay, Anya, I told my SP I feel not okay with him following other women on socials, and he unfollowed lots. But there's still someone left, and he added someone again. I tried to talk to him, but he gets defensive and says that he's faithful only to me. Yeah, he is. Do you believe him? I don't know how else to talk to him, and also not react hard. Something you're not do you feel like you don't trust him? Okay, here, you don't even have to talk to him. You just imagine it. Just try this. Just try it, because it's going to work, okay? And I want you to say to yourself, I love that he doesn't follow anyone anymore. Just say that. Just keep saying that to yourself. I love that he doesn't follow anyone. I love that he is totally devoted to me. Okay, he's devoted to you. You have to say that to yourself. I love that he's devoted to me. I love that I am the one and only. He's the guy that doesn't even care about that. Okay, so, but you repeat that in your head over and over and over, and then just watch what happens. Because you'll see, you don't even have to have a conversation. You'll see the results. You will see the result. The result will be, you'll just realize that he's following nobody. You will see that as a truth in your reality. You're the creator. Do you know that it's all coming from you anyway? Okay, if you need additional help, join my VIP group. If you want to understand reality creation and you want to be part of my VIP community, my mastermind, join free for a week. We need reinforcement about this, because it's like, you know, we keep forgetting the 3D is malleable, and you forgot that you even created what you're experiencing. It's not that you intentionally created it. You're just in that state, or you're living in that. You've aligned to that reality based on your own belief system, based on how you feel about yourself, or the way you see yourself, the way you see yourself in relation to that person. I would love you to join my group, and you can join from that link up at the top. Join for a week. I do live Q&A on Saturday. You can ask your question. We don't even have to really go into the past, but it can help for you to help discover what is the belief you're holding, so you could just release that belief. Hi, it's Golden. Hello. Thank you. That was the sweetest thing I've ever heard in my whole entire life. Which was that? How to reverse, please. Kim, how to reverse? Like, do you understand? We have the ability. I'm trying to move in closer. So, because the sun's going down, but it's beautiful orange and pink sky. We can reverse with revision. How do you use revision? Is that what you're asking? Is that what you meant? How to revise? Okay, whatever happened, let's say this morning something bad happened that you consider bad, or you're judging it as bad. Okay, it's not really bad, but you're judging it as bad. That bad thing that happened this morning, now to revise it, what you would do is right now Imagine this morning went the way you wanted it to go. Imagine hearing what you wanted to hear. And so you would revise what actually happened in your mind, and you revise it and you play that over. Play that over now. Play it over later tonight as you fall asleep. Play it over tomorrow. Revise it until that revised scene is starting to feel kind of real. Okay, because it will. It's going to replace what happened. It's going to also transfer into your future. If you want to know more about revision, we discussed that in my VIP group also. I acted crazy. Amy, you said I acted crazy, so now I think he doesn't want to see me ever again. What if you acted crazy and he goes, oh, Amy's so cute. She's in love with me and I love that she just loves me. It's only your assumption that he never wants to see you again. You could assume you acted crazy and he goes, oh, she's so adorable. She was so crazy and that, but I love that about her. Do you understand? Your assumptions are manifesting anyway. You can make a new assumption, just see what happens. All right, so maybe since I'm in the dark, when you're manifesting, like when you're affirming and telling the story, do you tell it out loud or in your head? Either way. Most of the time it's just in my mind. That's all that we have to do, right? Because that's first cause. Okay, you can say it out loud if that feels good to you. You guys, I have to get going. My kids are going to be coming home pretty soon. I love you all. If you want additional help, join my VIP group, be part of my community, understand how you are the creator, change your reality because you will see that you're greater than the circumstance. I also do one-on-one Zoom calls, not in the dark, and if you want to do the work on your own, I have my self-concept course. You guys watch these replays on YouTube. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'm imagining great things for all of you. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.